Hey there, I'm Brittany Noelle, and I'm going to be your Sunny instructor for today. Today I'm going to be taking you through a 20-minute walk here on our treadmill. We're going to be pretending to be walking through the Forbidden Forest. So go ahead and strap up your shoes, and let's go ahead and get started. First, you're going to grab your safety clip, safety first. Go ahead and strap in. And then let's bring your treadmill up to a comfortable walking speed. So I'm going to have mine around a 2.0. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. So first, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to do a little 2-minute walk. Really, the purpose of this is I want you to just get really comfortable. Try to find a good speed that you want to settle in at. And I'm going to go ahead and start filling your vision with visions. What? I couldn't even think that right now, but whatever. Okay, so we're in a forest. Those of you guys who know what the Forbidden Forest is, I want you to go ahead and picture the Forbidden Forest. If you do not know what the Forbidden Forest is, just make your own Forbidden Forest, okay? So all you need to do is just think of yourself walking through a nice woodsy area. There's beautiful trees around. For me, this is gonna be a little too slow of a walk. So let me go ahead and crank that up. So something that I'm looking for when I'm trying to figure out what a comfortable walking speed is, I want to be able to do the full length of my stride without feeling like I'm coming too close to the front of my treadmill. So you want to be able to kind of settle in the middle of your treadmill. That's a good walking pace for you. And you also want a place where you can swing your arms comfortably without bumping onto the sides of your treadmill, okay? So right now it looks like I've settled on a 2.5. Also, make sure that your treadmill is level. So most treadmills, if you didn't adjust the incline at all, they're going to be in a natural decline. So I want you to make sure you have an incline of at least 1. That's going to make your treadmill level out so that it's more like we're walking on a regular flat surface, okay? Now there are going to be times during this workout that I might say we're going to be going up a slight hill, or coming back down to a flat surface, so just go ahead and pay attention to that. So for right now though, we are just walking around the forest, we are seeing the trees, we are smelling the fresh air, and I am seeing up ahead that there's a little kind of, I don't know, we're not sure what this creature is. As we get a little bit closer, I'm seeing that it's a centaur. Now, centaurs are typically very friendly, but sometimes they're not too receptive to certain humans being in the forest. So we're going to just speed up a little bit. We're just going to press our walk, okay? We just kind of want to be like, we're just strolling through the forest here. We're not trying to cause any issues. If we're not with our favorite big friend, we might have a little bit of a problem. So we just want to make sure that we're just walking past the centaurs. You can observe them, try not to do anything crazy, but we're just going to have a nice pressed walk here. So you're going to move your arms. If you were like, I don't know what that is, that's going to be a half human, half horse creature. Very fun to look at, but again, they're a little bit sensitive about, how you approach them. So we're just walking a little bit fast, So now, when you're walking again, we do want to pay attention to what our feet are doing. We don't want our feet going all crazy directions. We want to be making sure that we're using our arms. When we're trying to do this more pressed walk, again, we do want to make sure that we're actively using our arms, trying to maximize our calorie burn here. Again, if you feel like you need to up your speed a little bit so that you still stay in the middle of that treadmill, then that is awesome. Okay, so we're going to be here for about 2 minutes because the Forbidden Forest is quite large. Sometimes it takes us a while to get out of the way of this clearing where all the centaurs are, okay? So we've been here for about 1.5 minutes. We've got about 30 more seconds to get out of earshot, okay? So I want you to just be creeping around, seeing them. They're all different colors. Some of them are more of like a palomino color. Some of them are more dark brown. There's even some black centaurs over there. So we're just hanging out over there. I think we might have seen one that we might have seen in one of our classrooms before. Don't wave though. We're not supposed to know that we're friends with that one, okay? All right, so we've got about 5 seconds left. And then we're going to be clear of the centaurs. So we're going to go ahead and bring our speed back down to a regular walk. But we're just going to go ahead and go up a slight hill. So I want you to increase your incline slightly so that we feel like we're walking up a hill. So we're going to go through a little hill here in the Forbidden Forest. And we're just going to keep moseying around. I want you to make sure that you're breathing. taking note of anything fun that you see in the forest. So there might be some riverbeds around here. You might see some signs of some of the different types of animals that might be going through this forest. Now, since we are walking up a hill, I do want you to, again, be very conscious and cognizant of what your feet are doing. So whenever we're walking up a hill, we're going to be activating the back of our legs a little bit more. We're going to be really feeling our heel-toe action working. This is going to give us the ability to sort of work on our ankle mobility as we're going up this hill. So I want you to just pay attention to those types of things, those feelings in your body. Also, again, just make sure you're moving your arms naturally. Also, check your positioning of your treadmill again. So again, if with this incline you feel like you're walking up too much on your treadmill or sinking back a little bit more, then go ahead and increase your speed, okay? Now, I know that with our little stroll through the forest here, you might be really, really tempted to not paying attention to what's going on with your core. Whenever we're doing any sort of exercises, even if it is something that's a little more easygoing and chill, we still want to make sure that our core is activated. So just make sure that you're engaging that, drawing that belly button into your spine. And we're going to continue up this hill, but in just a second here, we're going to increase our speed a little bit because I'm hearing a little pack of unicorns coming up behind us. Now, we love unicorns, but there's a pack of them kind of running towards us a little bit fast. We do want to make sure that we're out of their way because we don't want to disturb them. So we have a few unicorns coming, so we do want to press our pace a little bit more. Notice that I went ahead and I increased the speed. We're still going to keep this incline though because we still have to go up the hill. We're hearing some gallops coming up behind us. We're seeing some mystical rainbows going around. Whatever your idea of what a pack of unicorns coming up by you would look like. Now see, for me, I noticed that I was coming a little bit too far up on my treadmill, so I'm going to go ahead, up the speed a little bit more, just to make sure I can have this nice, comfortable stride, all right? So just imagine yourself, you're seeing all these awesome unicorns, they're galloping around you, you're looking at their little horns, you see the baby unicorns in there. Just want to make sure that I'm not making you run away from unicorns for too long. Okay, so really want you to be pumping those arms. Again, we are just trying to get our heart rates up a little bit as we are observing all these fun unicorns around us. They're again different shapes and sizes. Some of them have really sparkly horns, some of them have more rainbow type of horns, and we're just trying to coexist with them but not get ran over by any of these really cool unicorns that are hanging out with us. Okay, so we've got about 20 seconds to get away from these unicorns. We're gonna get there. Keep pumping your arms, we've got about 10 seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. Woo! Awesome. We have cleared the unicorns. I want you to go ahead and bring your incline back down as well. There we go. Boom. We're going to bring our incline back down. We're going to go ahead and go back to that comfortable 2.5 speed. And we're going to be here for 2 minutes again, okay? So we're still walking around the forest. Now, our unicorns have decided they're just going to stop, have a little bite to eat. We see them, they're off in the clearing. Centaurs are hanging out. And we are just walking on by. Noticing a few other things, of course. We're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Make sure that you're taking note again of your surroundings. If you hear any twigs as you're walking through this forest, pay attention to where your feet are. We don't want to step on anything in this forest. Make sure that you're still moving your arms. And then I want you to, again, just focus on how you're feeling right now. Reconnect with your body. Get grounded with your treadmill. We're about halfway done with our workout, so that's really fun to know. We're just going to go ahead and breathe in. Now, something else that I want you to take note of while we're doing these walks. So So we're alternating, right, between pressing a little bit, some incline, some regular flat surfaces. I want you to be paying attention to what your heart rate is doing, how you're feeling. Are you feeling times where your heart rate is elevated, where it's coming back down? Around how much time are you seeing that it's taking yourself to go ahead and recover from that? All of that are things that we want to be paying attention to. Okay. Now, let's just go ahead and continue to see if there's any fun creatures around that we've noticed here in the forest. Are we seeing anything up in the trees? Are we seeing anything anywhere exciting? Oh man, okay. I'm thinking I'm seeing some sort of little horse-like creatures. They're black and they've got wings. I don't know if you can see them or not. Sometimes the people say they're a little bit invisible, but I'm seeing these a little bit up ahead, so we don't want to spook them. But let's just continue our pace here, and we're gonna observe these little black creatures a little bit more. So they're winged black horses. They're very cool looking, and it's looking like we're gonna be able to get pretty close to them. So we're just gonna continue our pace here, coming up towards those dark winged creatures. And in just a moment here, I think, I think we spooked one of them. So they're gonna start to come after. So we're gonna have to move a little bit faster. So we're gonna have to get out of their way. So we're gonna do a little bit of a pressed walk again as we're letting these black winged horses sort of come around us, okay? So just go ahead, increase your speed for about 2 minutes, and we're gonna try our best to keep up with these winged creatures as we're walking through the forest, because we don't know where they're gonna stop. I'm gonna move. So I want you to go ahead and pump those arms as much as possible. Go a little bit faster, see if you can help with that. And we're going to bring it down a little bit. We're going to shift this. So we're now coming up to a clearing where we're going to go up a little incline. So I want you to bring your speed down, and we're going to go incline up. So the only reason why I had you decrease your speed a little bit is just because we don't need to press as much. We've kind of left the thestrals behind us for a little bit, those little black winged creatures. So we're just going to go ahead and pivot and go up a hill again. Go ahead and make sure you're taking a deep breath here. Pump those arms. Now, if you want to have your arms kind of down by the side, that's fine. If you feel like you're getting a little bit more of a pep in your step and moving your arms up closer to your chest, you can do that too, whatever works for you. Again, I'm going to adjust my speed just a little bit more so that we're good to go here with this. And keep those nice, big open strides. Now, if you want to go ahead and play with your incline a little bit more, feel free. We're still exploring this forest, going up and down the hills here. So right now, we're more of an incline. We're trying to get a really good view here in this forest. There's a lot to see. Like I said, there's a lot of big trees. There's a lot more creatures to explore. Swing those arms and keep on breathing in. So, I don't know about you, but I really love to do my little walks throughout the forest. Some things that are really cool are, again, it gives you really good opportunities to just get fresh air in, to observe new things. Itchy nose, sorry. Okay, so I want to know if there's any fun stories that are coming to your head. So I know a lot of the times when I've been walking, there's always those creepy things in the forest that kind of remind me of different movies, scary movies and whatnot. Okay, so that creepy thing is happening to us now, and we're getting that sort of creepy vibe, like there's something watching us in the forest. So we're just gonna bring our pace up. We're gonna bring our incline back down. So we're gonna be here at this little brisk pace for another 2 minutes, okay? So yeah, it really spooks me out when I'm in the forest, and I noticed like there's a little weird, I don't know, space inside of a tree, or if I see like something that looks like a little cave, or anything that looks a little dark, it always kind of spooks me out a little bit, like how some of those scary movies are. So we just want to keep moving at a brisk pace. We're in the forbidden forest. We're kind of getting that weird, icky, eerie feeling, like whatever might be messing with some of the animals in the forest could be around us. So we're just trying to move our pace as much as possible. It's a little bit creepy here. We're hearing some sounds that are a little disconcerting. So we're just going to keep on pushing forward as much as possible and staying focused, because we want to outrun whatever this eerie, creepy feeling is that we're having here in the forbidden forest, okay? So you're doing great. We're going to be here for about 35 more seconds or so. Keep pumping those arms. Stay alert. I'm going to challenge you to go a little bit more pressed, just because, I don't know, I have this eerie feeling that whatever's in this forest with us is getting a little bit closer, and I'm not liking it. So go ahead and press our pace a little bit more. I think, I don't know, I feel like we might be losing it a little bit. Maybe just a couple more seconds at this pace. And okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. We're in a nice, open, clear area now. We have a nice, beautiful view of a lake. We see the unicorns back over here, along with those black-winged creatures. We see some of the centaurs around too. So this is seeming pretty peaceful. None of them seem alarmed by anything, so I don't think that that creepy, kind of shadowy of a feeling is near us. So we're just gonna take this time to sort of relax, let our heart rate come back down a little bit. If you feel so inclined, you can go ahead and actually adjust your incline a bit. So we can be on a slight hill as we're kind of sailing, walking around this beautiful open lake. It's sort of a dewy afternoon, so the lake has a nice little sparkle to it. It's cool. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just really nice weather. It's really pretty with all the animals around. We're just gonna take the next minute to sort of observe that. Again, make sure that we're paying attention to what's happening at our feet and our arms. I know sometimes after we've been walking through this forest for a while, we tend to lose our form a little bit. Let's also just take our positioning here on the treadmill. Make sure that we haven't walked up too far. That's something that's really easy to do. So let's just take a moment, have nice long strides. We've got about 30 seconds left. And I also want you to see if there's anything else that you see coming towards this lake here. Any other fun creatures you might see. I see a couple of very strange looking creatures that are kind of like a cross between like a scorpion and like another strange animal. They don't have heads though. They're very weird looking, but they're coming kind of near the river here. I'm not sure if they're very friendly, so we're going to speed up a little bit more. They shouldn't be able to shoot fire out their tails. They're not seeming not very like they want to stroll with us. So we're just going to pick up our pace a little bit, walk around this river, this lake for a little bit more, observe some more of these creatures. I'm also going to go ahead and increase my incline a little bit. So in terms of our little stroll around the forbidden forest, we're going to go ahead and try to book it on out of here. We're going to flip a U-turn, and we're going to head out towards this exit that's up and over a hill. So make sure you have a bit of an incline, and we're going to kind of book it at speed, because these little creepy blasting things, they're not so fun. So we want to make sure that we're walking away from those, getting away from the rest of those creatures. We're not sure how they're going to react to us all being in the forest together. So we're going to go ahead and head out the forest. All right? Go ahead. We're going to press a little bit more the next few seconds. We really want to go ahead and just start to head out of this forest. So I want you to have a speed on your treadmill that's really pressing the pace for you. We're really trying to have a sense of urgency here, getting out into this forest. So we we've had a little bit of adventuring today. And we're gonna be out in just 3 seconds, so keep pushing and go ahead and relax. Bring your treadmill back down to a comfortable speed. Bring that incline all the way back down to your 1 that we started off with. And we're just gonna go ahead and cool down for a couple seconds. You did such an awesome job walking around the forest with me. We met a lot of really fun creatures. Some looked really cool, some of them were a little bit scary. We got a little bit scared in the middle there, but overall we did a pretty good job walking around the forest. So I hope that you enjoyed having a little walk around the forest with me, and I'll see you in the next workout. Bye for now.